Hello everyone. Today we shall discuss a question from the 2024 Mains GS Paper 1 Geography part. As usual, the sections like history, society, and in geography, they had asked the number of questions in equal proportion. 7 questions from society, 7 questions from geography, and 6 questions from history they had asked. This may vary every year in a little bit, but every year at least 6 or 7 questions they are asking from the geography part. So using geography we can score well in the GS Mains paper 1. Okay, so today we shall discuss these questions. I do share you the question now. The question is, the groundwater potential of the Gangetic Valley is on a serious decline. How may it affect the food security of India? So it is for 15 marks and we have to write the answer within the word limit 250 words. Okay. So if you observe the question here, you can observe that there are two parts. One is the statement, another one is the question. The statement given is the groundwater potential of the Gangetic Valley is on a serious decline. And the question part is how may it affect the food security of India? So if they had given a statement and the question, we should not give more space to the statement because they have already given the statement. So we should give a small intro for the statement and then we should concentrate on the question part. Okay. So now for this statement, we can give a small intro like this. The groundwater potential of the Gangetic Valley is on a serious decline because of the overexploitation and the effects of climate change. Monsoon failures and reduced volume of water due to the sinking of glaciers cause decline of groundwater. So now the cause of the decline of groundwater that can be given as an introduction for this part. And then we can enter into the question part. How may it affect the food security of India? First, we should explain the importance of the Gangetic Valley in food production. We know that Gangetic Plain is a very fertile land and it has a high potential for the food production. So it is called as the bread basket of India. The Gangetic Plain spanning parts of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal are among the most fertile regions. In this part, the major Ganga River and its tributaries and the Sadlaj River also flow in these regions. And it contributes a significant share of India's wheat, rice, sugarcane, and pulses. Among these, rice, wheat, and pulses are more important stable food crops in India. Okay. And then these crops are heavily dependent on the groundwater for irrigation, especially in the Rabi season, winter season, when the monsoon rainfall is absent. We know that in North India, during the northeast monsoon season, the rainfall will be very, very less. And due to the glaciation process, the meltdown of glaciers will be also reduced. So the water volume will be very, very minimum during the winter season in the Himalayan rivers. So they will have to depend more on the groundwater for irrigation. Right. Now, what will be the effects of groundwater decline on food security? So this is the core area of the question part. Reduced agricultural productivity. Lower groundwater levels make it harder and costlier for farmers to extract water. And then crop yields, especially of water-intensive crops like sugarcane, wheat, will suffer. And then without sufficient groundwater reserves, farmers become more reliant on rainfall, which is increasingly erratic due to climate change. And particularly in the winter season, they will not get rainfall also. So the insufficient groundwater availability due to the overexploitation and other reasons we had given in the introduction can cause crop failures and threatening both food supply and farmers' income also. Right. So if the Gangetic Plains fail to maintain the current levels of food output, other regions will have to compensate. But if we compare South India and the North Indian part, both have the agricultural production, but we cannot compare South India and North India in various factors because it differs in many geographical characteristics like landform, climate, and the river pattern, volume of river, sources of river, and the soil characteristics also. So we cannot compensate if the food production fails in the North Indian plain regions. Okay. So the crop failure and high cost of production in search of other sources makes agriculture less economically viable, particularly for small and marginal farmers who make up over 80% of the Indian farmers. So decline in staple crop production may lead to reduced availability of affordable and nutritious food for the poor. Not only for the poor, to all people we can denote here. Okay. So thus it causes the food insecurity issues in the country. So this is about 250 words. So a small intro about the statement and the explanation and the answer for the core area of the questions. So using these words and by denoting these factors and explaining these things, we can give a good answer, and within the word limit we can present well. Thus we can score in the paper 1 using the geography part. Okay. So in the next session we shall discuss other one question in the 2024. Okay. If you have any doubt and if you want any other explanation, please comment in the comment box. Thank you all.